Good morning, everyone. This is your host, Ryan Fox from OptionsXO headquarters in the UK. Today's date, Thursday, February 26th at 11:30 a.m. in the morning. Let's take it for the market update today. On Forex Factory, we can see that there are several major announcements happening later today. We can filter out the non-important, impactful events. We have already second estimate GDP per quarterly on the GBP side, same as previously forecasted. This is going to boost the pound. We also have later on this afternoon at 1:30 core CPI from both Canadian and the U.S. side, as well as unemployment claims. And these announcements are going to heavily affect the U.S. dollar. We've seen on the charts, however, that the dollar actually weakened as a result of yesterday's congressional hearing with Federal Chairwoman Janet Yellen, who spoke about the state of the economy, unemployment, growth, and also she received a lot of criticism from Congress about her her meetings that she's had with President Obama, with certain political groups, and a lot of Republicans are deeming her to be very politicized and making the Fed politicized. And that in itself is troubling because the Fed is supposed to be independent and not involved in politics of any sort. However, there are some discrepancies whether that is the case because of meetings she's had with President Obama, and certain groups, apparently Republicans, are deeming that to be politicized. And there are other people who are on her side saying that this is not the case. But we'll see that the overall the fear, uncertainty, and doubt has caused the dollar to weaken significantly. But we do see a downward trend happening here. We're looking at the Euro-US dollar. We have both a 15 period and a 50 period moving average right now. The candles are falling below both the 50 and the 15, and that signifies a downtrend temporarily for the next hour. We also see on the RSI and stochastic is slowly growing down. If we take a gold had a big boost this morning. As the dollar is weakening, we see gold heading upstairs. It's at about $1,218 now, fluctuating between $1,300 and $1,100. It's fluctuating there. We see a strong trend this morning heading upstairs. If we take a look at the yens, dollar yen looks up, as well as pound yen headed downstairs, Aussie yen headed upstairs, and euro yen downstairs. We can also check out what's called quote list on netdandy.com. That also provides a number of interesting viewpoints on which assets are gaining. I tend to look at the percentage gain. So if we go to real-time quote list here, not quote light, we can see all our assets located here, and we can see which ones are improving and which ones are decreasing in value. So how to measure that? We see the percentage change here. The biggest gain are silver and gold, as well as NZD USD. We also have our biggest losers today. Crude oil heading downstairs, negative 1.5% so far. Euro NZD as well. As we even get towards the dollar franc headed downstairs, negative 2.5%. In the middle, we have looks like U.S. dollar yen, as well as U.S. dollar U.S. dollar won and U.S. dollar yen. If we take a look at Bloomberg today, there were some major announcements. Marijuana was actually legalized in Washington, D.C., but certain rules apply to those laws. That is an interesting article if you want to check that out. We also have more along the lines of oil, and also the UK auto industry is facing a possible, they call Brexit. So that's another article that's interesting. We also see markets, Portugal's 10-year yield is dropping below 2%. That's not very good, as well as we see how the Keystone Pipeline and Obama's decision to veto that is interesting as well. That's today's market update. I'm your host, Ryan Fox, from OptionsXO headquarters in the UK. Happy trading, folks.